Hey, what is up? This is Tyler G of Batman Figs on Instagram, and today's Batman episode review is on the Clock King episode titled Time Out of Joint. Now, I have to admit that when I was young, these were my least favorite episodes. I just thought the Clock King was so stupid. I hated him. I was like, but he just put on a little clock glasses and now he's a villain. But that's because I was young and I just wanted to see a classic Rogues usually, or some crazy action-packed story, and not some guy that feels bad for himself and because he was late and then turns to a life of time-related crime. So that was my thoughts back in the day. And now, after I've gone through it, now this is the third time, I really do enjoy these episodes. And I could see why a lot of other people enjoy them because, again, this is a very grounded in reality character. And it has a very relatable backstory where he was just a normal guy who enjoyed his work, and he was just very proficient. He was a workaholic, and he liked to be places on time. Mayor Hill told him, "Oh, you look so wound up. Get it, clocks? You need to relax. You need a day to go to the park and enjoy life." And that's what Mayor Hill told him, and he's just a normal citizen, so if the mayor tells you something, you might be inclined to be like, "Hey, you know what? The mayor, I talked to the mayor. I'm going to do what he says." And so this is actually his origin story I'm talking about right now. For those of you that don't know, this is in the first episode, just titled The Clock King. So in this episode, he is released from prison, or he's escaped from his previous encounter with Batman. And he is living as a butler to a genius scientist who has learned and has the ability to manipulate and speed up time. So Temple Fugate, that's the name of the Clock King. He, pretending to be the butler, learns everything he can about this technology, but acts like he's just there to take care of this old scientist and give him his medicine. But Temple Fugate still has a bone to pick with Mayor Hill, and he wasn't able to get to him last time, and this time he's not messing around. He's able to basically run as fast as the Flash. If you've seen the Justice League trailer and you see where Batman throws the Batarang and everything freezes, and the only one that's able to move is Barry, the Flash, this is what this episode does. He has the ability to basically stop time, except for himself, and at a big opening for some museum or something, Mayor Hill is at a podium, and Temple Fugate, his whole plan is to stop time and put a bomb underneath the little podium so that it would blow up Mayor Hill and blow up all the civilians there for the opening of this event. But Batman and Robin, they were actually sabotaged by the Clock King, and he put one of these time devices under the Batmobile. So they had to get out of that situation, and they found the professor that actually created all this and knows how to do it, and he's devastated that his confidant, Temple Fugate, has turned on him, and he couldn't believe that he let him get that close. But he teaches Batman and Robin how to use the devices, and it's pretty cool to get to see them on motorbikes just go just go flying because of the time device. But they get there on time. They're able to stop the bomb and save the day. And sadly, this is the last time we ever see or hear from the Clock King. The episode, it seems pretty straightforward, and it is pretty straightforward in the story, but because of the plot device of the time machine that speeds everything up, and you can see like everyone else is slowed or not moved, it creates very cool visuals, and it allows for some very cool effects as well. And I mean, at the heart of it, it's a revenge story. It's this guy was done wrong a while ago. He attempted to get back at him, and he was stopped once, and he's been lying in wait, learning how to control time. Because in the first episode that he was in, he literally had no powers. He was just a normal guy, and he was just very efficient with his mind and creating crimes that ran to a T, so that even if they did know what was going on, they were planned so perfectly that they were hard to prevent. And in this one, he has more of a superpower, so that's kind of cool that he's upgraded. And overall, it's a fun episode. I mean, anyone can relate to someone doing them wrong and wanting to get back and having that feeling of, you know what, you did this to me, I'm going to do this to you. But I think in the end, what we learned is that sometimes you just got to let things go. Because Mayor Hill, I'm sure, didn't have the intent to ruin the Clock King's life. He was just trying to be a nice guy. And the circumstances that happened that day were not even in his control, but because some people like to blame someone, the Clock King blamed Mayor Hill. And I've seen that a lot too, where people it could be someone's own fault that things go wrong, but they want to blame someone else. And that's very common for people. And so it's cool to see it portrayed in a Batman episode, especially from just like a normal guy, kind of, that got some cool technology. So that is today's Batman episode review. The Clock King in Time Out of Joint. Tomorrow will be Catwalk with Miss Selena Kyle. And also, I will be doing action figure reviews during this week as well. So I will have a Batman episode review in the morning and an action figure review later in the day. Remember, if you enjoy this and want to be notified when these videos go up, because they will be daily, please subscribe. I have pictures to go along with these episodes on my Instagram. I do those daily. I usually do 2 to 3 pictures. And my Instagram is BatmanFigs, Batman Figs. And yeah, I would love to converse with you. You can talk to me here in the comments, or you can DM me or comment on a picture on my Instagram, and I will definitely get back to you, usually right away. So I hope this week goes well for all of us. Let's start it strong, and I hope you guys have